Hello and welcome back to CS38 Racing, and this is the 6th episode. So let's have a look at a MotoGP wall. Kaito Toba is talking about our previous race. He says, I feel like I'm on good form. I think in Texas I can finish ahead of C Racing. This weekend has suddenly got more interesting. I'm looking forward to getting out onto the track. So do you do it on purpose? Reading certain things gives me even more motivation. I'm going to keep it cordial. Let's go with this weekend has suddenly got more interesting. I'm looking forward to getting out on the track. Okay. Roweda is saying, I pushed myself to the maximum, but I was able to keep C Racing behind me. I will definitely have to do better in Texas if I want to finish in front. It was a good race. The result shows how hard the team have worked. Hopefully we can keep this up for the next race. Yep, let's just keep it nice and good, cordial, nice and professional. There's no need to be anything other than nice. Okay, so we have a couple of objectives. Let's see how we're going. We're 10th in the championship. We've currently got 3 development packs that we're looking at to use for this summer, which we're a while off that. And we're currently the second best team on the whole grid, according to the team comparative. So we're above CIP, which is a step up from where we started. Okay. So we've got to finish in front of Yamanaka in the standings within this GP, and we also have an extra challenge of beating Kaito Toba in the race. So that'll be quite fun. Okay, so we've got some wet qualifying. That's the first thing that's worrying me here, is the qualifying, because we know we don't do too well in the wet, and that's something that the bike definitely needs to improve on. So, with that being said, we've got a dry race and dry practice session, so we can get down to the track and see how we go. Okay, so we're down here in practice 1. We are going to go with a medium front and a hard rear tyre to give us a sense of some race lap pace, and that we can hopefully carry this momentum into the race, because we know that the AI still seems to be a little bit all over the place in regards to what times they do in the practices and what time they do at a race. Okay, so we come across here for our first lap. We managed to do a 2:22.092. Here's another lap that we're getting close to, or losing some time here in the final sector. But mainly we've used this session to allow ourselves to get used to the track, really dial in the bike settings. Not that I actually change anything much on that, just the electronics. To give ourselves enough pace for the race. So, that's us a little bit wide there, and that ended our session for practice 2, and we were 16th in practice 2, so hopefully we can continue into the next practice. Okay, so we're down here in the next practice. We're going for I think it's our first lap, or it is our first lap. Okay, so we're coming to the tricky turn 1. It's always hard in this corner. You're braking uphill, the track's moving away from you. It's very easy to lose the front there. As we come into the second corner, we have to maintain the throttle and ensure that we maintain enough speed. This is my favourite section of the track. Not that I'm a huge fan of this track, but this is where I seem to make a lot of time in the AI, is what I call the flip-flop section. As we come through turn 6 into turn 7, the fast left-hander. Now this section of track is going to be crucial to ensure that we don't lose too much time here during the race, but it does take us a little bit of time to do a change of direction. Okay, as we come down into turn 11, hard braking section again. As we come onto the back straight, we're looking to get the power on as soon as possible to get the best top end speed down this long back straight for a Moto3 bike. This is a very long straight. So we're managing to do pretty good time so far. even though there hasn't been any time set yet. This is a tricky braking point here. We don't know whether to brake later and run a little bit wide or brake earlier and try and hit the apex. Again, this is tricky too because we have a few bumps. It's kind of a little bit as if it's starting to go off camber, but it's not fully off camber. So we come into this infield section here, another tight turn. And we come through to the final sector. Really crucial to maintain your mid-corner speed here, as it's the only way you're going to get a lot of acceleration coming out into the final set of corners. Bit tricky here, there's also a bump, so you have to sort of go down and up at the same time while braking. Can be a little bit tricky to get the hang of. And for me, the last turn, turn 20, is a little bit rough to get as well. As we're out on the curb there a little bit, might lose a little bit of drive, but we managed to do a 2:21.441. So continuing here into the first corner. Oh, we've got a bit of a wheelie there. That's going to lose us some time. Coming into this flip-flop section again. The Texan flag waving in the background. Okay. They're nicely through that section there. Coming in here, hard braking again, but we're still down. Whoop, and we wheelie again. So we're 0.134 off the top time at this stage. Okay, so we're coming into the final laps here of the practice session. We're on another hot lap here, looking like we're on to improve our times. Currently 1.3 off, and it's looking pretty good. We feel pretty comfortable with race pace, but qualifying, as we know, is going to be wet, and that is the big worry here. Coming into the final corner, got our braking markers correct, used a little bit of curb there on the inside to get a good run to the line. We do a 2:20.741, puts us up into 6th place. Okay, so overall in the second session we've managed to pull ourselves to 13th. We're still ahead of Kaitatoba, probably not Yamanaka. No, Yamanaka by the look of it. Okay, so we're down here in qualifying, and there wasn't much to learn from the first couple of laps. It was just acclimatizing, to use that word, to the track. So now we're going for our full hot lap, and let's see what we can bring out. Let's hope that we can get into a good lap time and bring ourselves into the top 10, as we really need to start getting some better results to bring ourselves back into the championship. Again, this track is tricky in the dry, and in the wet I'm even more terrified of it, but The rear wants to step out quite a bit here. But if we can keep the bike relatively stable, we can maintain some pretty good corner speed. I'm worried about the whirring effect that happens in the wet with this bike. Ooh. Okay, we're not doing too bad. We're up in the first sector. This section here, we're losing a lot of the time to the whirring effect of the bike. Back and forth, just loses so much time. Okay, coming into turn 11. Hard braking, definitely don't want to lose the front there. Just a reminder, if you are liking this video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and hit the bell notification, and keep up to date with what's happening at CS38 Racing. Okay, so we're coming down this back straight, we're 0.6 off at this stage. Hopefully we can close a bit more time in the infield section. Okay, we're putting on the brakes, trying not to put too much pressure onto the front tyre. We definitely don't want to fall. We're a little bit wider than we'd like to be, but that's okay. We can take a more sweeping line into turn 13. Out a little bit wide, the bike's starting to wobble around. And into this tight turn 15. We didn't manage to wheelie at all, so that means we haven't lost too much drive. We're 0.2 off the current time of Kaitotoba's 2:31.902, so hopefully we can get close to that or beat that to get ourselves into the top qualifying session so that we can have a better chance of beating Kaitotoba. Into this final corner, we've gone all well through there. And into the final corner, nice and easy, definitely don't want to lose the front at this stage. The bike is wobbling a little bit, but we have managed to do okay with 0.05 off, but it ends up putting us 0.7 off. And we didn't make it into the top qualifying, so we're going to be starting quite a bit down the grid. Okay, so we're here in the race. We're getting ourselves ready to go down onto the grid. We're going to run a soft front tyre and a soft rear? Yeah, soft rear. Okay. Let's get ourselves going. Leading is Salgado, Moreira, Otola, Masia, Suzuki and Artigas in the front row, followed by Sasaki, Onju, Rossi, Yamanaka, Ferrioli and Artigas. Actually, that might have been Joel Kelso. But anyway, we are further down the grid than we want to be. We are on the starting positions, quite a few behind Yamanaka and Kaitotoba. Alright. And the lights are off. The lights seem to hold a little bit longer than I think. There's our teammate there. I think his name's Mark. Oh, we had to check up there so we didn't run into everyone, but we're already onto the back of Kaitotoba, so that's a positive start. Excellent. A little bit of a barge move, but you have to do what you need to do. It's the first lap of the Moto3 race. Oh, we're on the curbs there. That's lost us a bit of time. Kaitotoba comes back through, but this is our favourite section. Ooh, we've got a bit of a twitch in the change of direction there. Better keep an eye on that for the rest of the race. Hopefully that's not something that becomes problematic. We've got Rueda on the inside there. Oh, having a bit of a bump and barging with Rueda. Oh, we just got on the curb there and look how much drive it lost us there. We're getting swamped. Absolutely swamped out of turn 9. Hard braking now down into turn 11. We're going to try and get in the slipstream of Ureda here and see if we can get ourselves up to the next pack of Columbia, Onju, and I believe Kaitotoba. By the look of it's there, if we're 0.5 off him. Okay, managed to run into, just tap the rear of, whoa, we've got too many KTMs around us. Who's in front of us? Ferrioli? Yeah. Okay, we've made a bit of a move there on Via. We're through on Ferrioli. Well, not quite. I thought we had a bit of a dive there. Okay, maintaining the speed on the outside here is crucial. Oh. Okay. Managed to get through that section quite well. And we're still onto the back of Ferrioli. We're still getting some points here, but we really need to get a move on to ensure that we can pass Kaitatoba and keep gaining a few points on Yamanaka. Alright, we're to the inside of this next corner on Ferrioli, but he's still got the line. He's got the inside line to the next corner. He pulls through, come around the outside and go make sure we close the door on Ferrioli there. Oh, we're just a little bit on the inside of the curb. We want to watch out for that. We don't want to get too many of those or we'll get a penalty. But we've definitely made our way onto the back of this group here, which seems to have Kaitatoba, Munoz, one of the MGA Angelus squad, so either Watola or who's Watola's teammate? Can't remember right now. That's going to bug me. Anyway, we've managed to get onto the back of the coattails here of Kaitatoba. So let's see if we can get some slipstream down the back straight here. Oh, we're getting a pretty good slipstream. Pulling it to the inside. Managed to get past. Ooh, there's a bit of weaving around there from Yamanaka. But Yamanaka and Munoz are having a battle, so we're going to have a look to the inside. Gonna have to go for it. We had a bit of a wobble. It's a bit deep. Didn't entirely work out. We didn't wipe anyone out in the process. Okay. So we've got Kaitatoba there. We need to try and line up a move on Kaitatoba. Can we get a move coming into the next turn? We look up at the inside on turn 19, we get some good drive out there, we just have a little bit of a touch there. And then can we look at the inside of Yamanaka? We're going to go for it. Got to the inside of Yamanaka. So passing our two rivals in two successive corners, that's pretty good there. Come into turn one, hard on the brakes, trying to chase Munoz here. Okay, Nepa, that's Ortola's teammate. I can see that tag pop up now. So we're looking to find our way through on Munoz. We've had to barge our way through a little bit there. And that gets us through into 11th. Pretty good recovery. Oh, Munoz is deciding he doesn't want a bar of that and is going to attack us. That's probably the best we've taken that corner all weekend, so we've managed to hold our line here and hold on. Oh, but Munoz is definitely putting on the challenge. He's bringing the heat. We brake late into turn 11. Can we get it stopped? Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Yep, okay, we managed to just get it stopped. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster here. Put it into power mode 3. Give us a little bit of a kick down the back straight, because we are halfway through this race. At the front it is currently Masia, Morera and Holgado, so a pretty consistent front running group there, which we're not too far off. We can see them in the distance. Could we be eyeing off another top 10 position here? Let's find out. Okay, so we've seemed to still have a bit of a gap over Munoz, and still quite a bit of a gap to Stefano Nepo in front of us. Running in a little bit deep there. We managed to do a 2:20.991. It's the fastest lap of the race for us, which means we're catching up to Nepa. Oh, we've touched that curb a little bit, that loses us a lot of drive. We're trying to make up more time coming through this S section. Get a little bit out of shape there. Alright, we're coming into turn 7. We can see this group, we can see the top 10 is tantalizingly close. Okay, we flick into turn 9, get the power on to come into turn 10 and down to the hard braking turn 11. Can we catch up to Nepa? We desperately brake, pull up. Okay, we managed to get that corner done. We survive another corner, but the curb has lost us a little bit of drive there. Okay, let's see if we can zone in. We've got 2 more laps to go. We're braking hard. Can we get to the inside? We've got to the inside of Nepa. Can we close the door on him? Nope, he's making his way back through. We're out wide a little bit there. That gives us another track limits warning. Okay, now we need to see if we can have another crack at Nepa again. Hopefully in the last part of this lap. Okay, we're coming through the bumpy series of corners through 17, 18 and into 19. Whoop, the rear stepped out a little bit there, but we've managed to hold on. Front tyre is overheating a little bit, but our rear tyre is all good. Fuel consumption wise, we're running okay in power mode 2. So we're still in 11th. Got to try and make our way up to the front group. There's another hard braking area. Can we make any time here on the brakes? We're making a lot of time here on the brakes. Almost onto the back of Kelso there, who has lost out a couple of positions into turn 1. We've got better drive through this section here. We've got better speed. Mid-corner speed, we're going to have to try and make a move on Kelso, but we couldn't get through there. We've just got to stick with this group and hope that it works out. Okay, we're through turn 9. We've lost a little bit of time to the top 10 here. But importantly, we're not losing any time to Munoz. We're holding at 0.6. It was hard into turn 11, a little bit deep, but I tried to get the cut back to get some good drive and better top speed towards the end of the straight. To see if we can slip into some slipstream here. Brake. Can we pull a move off on Joel Kelso? Seems like we've managed to do so. We've got Ortola here as well. Whoop, Ortola touched the curb there and had to sit up. We're in a bit of a sandwich here, but we've got the inside line, so hopefully we can close the door on both of those riders. We're deep there, so both the riders go through of Kelso and Ortola. Get back through on Ortola into turn 16, hunting down Kelso for turn 17. Oh, but Ortola comes back through, and we had to sit up there to let him through, otherwise we were going to run straight into him. Whoop, we're a bit wide into turn 19, which is going to lose us a bit of drive coming into turn 20. But we might be able to make a dive down on Ortola, and we managed to do so. We got a track limits warning there, but I didn't see us go over onto the green, so I'm not entirely sure why we got a long lap penalty there. A long lap penalty warning, I should say. Okay, so we're onto the back of Kelso. Can we maintain this pace and ensure that we can get ourselves into a good position coming into the last couple of sectors to be able to have a crack at Kelso? We're gaining a lot of ground here very fast. Should I use power mode 3? We've only got 0.7, maybe we should just conserve and take the points. Okay. We've got another good run through that section. Kelso is getting a bit of a gap on us here. Braking hard into turn 11. Can we manage to pull it up? We managed to pull it up. Let's get some good drive. Okay, let's see if we can get any slipstream here. Looking like we can. Get around the inside of Kelso there, outside on the straight, inside coming into the next corner. Ooh, Kelso's dived back down on the inside. Very brave move there from Kelso. Ooh, we line it up. Nope. We had a look, but we weren't able to do it. Do we have any more opportunity into this corner? No, we don't. Let's try and stick on Kelso here, see if we can make a move into the final sector. We just had to brake a little bit differently there to try and maintain some corner speed. Just touch the curve, it's going to lose crucial drive. Whoop, whoop, a rear tyre stepping out, and I think that's the challenge for 9th position over. Okay. So that's pretty much that. We run out at wide, we're definitely on the green there, and we've unfortunately scored a long lap penalty. So with the long lap penalty there, we have managed to get ourselves to 12th. We're still ahead of Kaitatoba and Yamanaka, so it's not the worst case scenario, but we would have been behind Kelso and it would have got us a few more points. So currently we are sitting 11th in the championship. We're down 1 position, which is disappointing, but these things happen. And there's not much we can really do about it other than not run off the track. Team is currently in 9th, but we are trailing to the leaders of Leopard Honda. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed that one, please like and subscribe. Stay safe. See you on the next one.